Hi all, thank you for joining me for some yoga. So today what you'll need, and it can be modified to whatever works for you, whatever feels good for you. And today you'll need, just get your normal stuff, get your mat, some blocks or stacks of books, and a strap. And have those things around, and possibly you can grab a chair. We might do legs on the chair at the end, and we might not. So it just, or you might want to do it on your own, putting your legs up on the chair at the end for some final relaxation. So that is Sammy saying that he's all done. We're not all done, but we're going to get started right now. All right, so let's go ahead and let's take a seat when you're ready. Finding a space that's comfortable for you. Or comfortable for you, Jake. And sitting that up nice and tall, crown of the head lifting towards the sky. Maybe rocking it a little bit from side to side, grounding yourself a little bit here, and then rocking it a little bit from front to back. And then let's go ahead and drop ear to shoulder, and chin to chest. And other ear to shoulder, and chin to chest. Good. We're warming up that core, that body, getting ourselves ready for the rest of our practice. So maybe rolling those shoulders out, and then rolling them the other way. Go ahead and crunch those shoulders up towards your ears, and then release that down. And then crunch that up, and release that down. And crunch that up and release that down. Good. And from that shoulder crunch, you can see the dogs are all gone. Sitting that up again, a little bit taller, crown of the head lifting towards the sky. You can get those arms involved now, and we're going to inhale and breathe this up. And then as we exhale, let's clasp our hands behind us, open that chest and drop that chin, really reach through those arms. And as always, if any of these movements are not available to you, and you can modify and do them without the arms or without wherever we're at. Go ahead and drop or bend at our elbows, release our hands, inhale and sweep this up. Let's drop right hand and reach this over. And then lift this up, drop left hand and reach this over. And reach this up. Good. Let's lean it back a little bit, and we're going to take our legs to our nice little zigzag. And we'll do our twist and bring it back. So let's inhale, twist, and exhale back. Inhale, twist, and exhale back. Inhale, twist, and exhale back. And inhale, twist, and bring this back to center. Let's go ahead and take it to the other side. So switching that, let's go ahead and twist, inhale, and bring this back. And inhale, and bring this back. And inhale, and bring this back. And again, inhale, and bring this back. Good. Leaning it back, let's go ahead and take it onto all fours. We'll do our cat and cow. So let's drop. So dropping our belly to the floor, take our eyes to the sky as we inhale. And round our spine, chin to chest, exhale. And drop that belly, inhale. And round that spine. And dropping the belly. And rounding the spine. And drop that belly. Let's hold this belly dropped. Take our eyes to the sky, maybe shifting a little bit from side to side or rocking a little bit from side to side right here. Just allowing that belly, that low back to drop. And then from here, let's round our spine, thinking about those vertebrae coming apart right there as you round that cat back. And again, shifting from side to side or swaying from side to side. Opening up those shoulders, maybe opening up that low back as well. And then let's go ahead and find our center, find some stillness here. Let's lift our left arm. So lift this up and we'll sweep it through, thread the needle. So we'll take this down and stretch through the shoulders, temple on the floor. You can have palms on the floor, or you can reach that arm around for the top of the other thigh. Again, whatever feels best for you today. And then press ourselves back up, all fours. Let's take it to the other side. So let's lift our right arm up, sweep this through, thread the needle, take this down, temple on the floor, palms on the floor, or you can take that top arm and reach it around. Again, whatever feels good for you. And then pressing ourselves back up onto all fours, flattening through that back. Let's go and lift our right leg up. So flex through that foot, and we're going to drop that toe to the floor, and then we're going to walk our toe over to the left side. So really press through that heel. So now we're getting a good opposition stretch in that hip flexor on the right side, in that hip, that glute, inner thigh. And then let's bring this back to center. Bend at that knee. Let's take it to the other side. So lifting up left leg, dropping that down, pressing through that toe, and then taking that across behind, and then pressing through that left heel. We're on that right side, stretching through that right hip, right glute, right thigh. And bring this back to center, dropping that knee. Child's pose. Let's go ahead and take this back and reach through those arms. So lengthen through that. Heels go to those, or glutes go to those heels. Nice stretch in that spine. Looking forward at our fingertips, let's walk our fingertips up, bring ourselves up back onto all fours. And we're going to go into our balance. So let's go ahead and lift our right leg, flex through that foot. You can keep it here, or if you'd like, go ahead and lengthen through left arm. So we've got our bird dog here, holding this, flexing through this. And then let's bring that elbow to knee. Let's go for 6 times. So bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. 4 and reach. Here's 3, reach. Last 2 and reach. And last 1. Let's hold. Bend at that knee. Bottom of the foot facing the ceiling. You can stay here, you can reach that arm by your side, or you can reach back further for that toe. So again, it's wherever you're at in your practice, lengthening through. You're using strength here in any of these positions. And then let's reach through that, release the arm, release the leg. Let's take it to the other side. So lift our left leg, flex through that foot. You can keep it here, or you can reach through right arm, finding your bird dog, your nice balance here. And taking elbow to knee 6 times. So bring this in for 6 and reach. Here's 5 and reach. 4, reach. 3 and lengthen. Last 2 and lengthen, and last 1. Let's lengthen and hold. Bend at that knee, bottom of the foot facing the ceiling. You can shoot that arm by your side, or you can reach back for that foot. Again, wherever your practice is at. And if one side is easier than the other, then challenge yourself on that difficult side so that you can find some balance. So both sides are getting strong. And then let's lengthen through this. Release the arm, release the leg, child's pose, and take that back. You deserve this rest right here, and breathe. Let's walk both of our hands over to the right, and then take that left hand and place it right on top of that right hand, and sit that left glute towards that left heel. Stretch through that. You can feel a good stretch up your lats, 2 right here, and that underarm, the armpit. And then let's walk over to the other side, and then take our right hand, place it right on top of that left, right glute to right heel, and again, feel that really good stretch in the lat. And bring this back to center. Bring ourselves up all fours. Let's go into gate and half moon pose, so modified half moon. So you can use blocks if you want to here, or you can use a blanket beneath your knees if you need that. Let's start off with the left leg today. So taking our left leg out, foot is either to the front or to the side. Let's reach up through this, holding this gate pose. So reaching up through that, pressing our pelvis forward, kind of lifting that torso. Let's sway over towards the left and then kind of cartwheel down, reaching up, pressing pelvis, and when you're ready, lifting up that leg, left leg into our modified half moon. Another balance pose, another strengthening pose for that core. From here, let's go ahead and release that leg down. We're going to take our hand to our hip and keep this right here. So now this is a modified, kind of modified half plank here, side plank. And then let's go ahead and lift this back up, half moon, and lower this down. And then lift ourselves up center, reach up through that, and take ourselves over to the left. Hand can be on the thigh or it can be on that calf and shin. We just don't want any pressure on that knee joint. And lifting up through this and release that. Let's take it to the other side. So taking our right leg out and reaching up through that. So lengthening through our torso again, reach up nice and tall. And your foot can be to the front or to the side, wherever your ankle will let you go. Kind of sway over to the right and then cartwheel that down. And when you're ready, lifting up our right leg, flex through that foot, lifting that up. Breathing this here nice and strong. Maybe recognizing if you feel different on this side than the other side. But not panicking, just recognizing it, just being curious. And then dropping that leg, we're going to stay here in that modified side plank. So you can take that hand right to that waist. Again, opening that shoulder. And we'll go into that half moon one more time. So lifting our arm up, lifting our leg up, holding this. And then dropping this down, pressing ourselves up, reach that up nice and tall, and then let's take that right hand to either thigh or shin and reach this over. Good, nice lengthening here in that torso. And release. Good, let's turn this. We're gonna go into sun salutations. So curling our toes under, keep our knees bent as we lift our tail to the sky. So lengthening up through this, nice tail lifted, relax that head and neck in between those shoulders, arms, and begin to pedal our feet. So enjoying your time here in this downward facing dog, in this inversion to where your heart is lower than, or your head is lower than, your head's lower than your heart. And then maybe finding some stillness here, pressing through those heels. Again, maybe nod your head yes, and shake your head no. Let's walk both of our feet to meet our hands to standing forward fold at the front edge of the mat. Good, from here in our standing forward fold, we're gonna ragdoll. Go ahead and bring your feet together and relax that upper body. If you'd like to bend those knees so that the belly can be at the thighs, or because your hamstrings are tight, feel free to do that. You know, whatever feels best for your body. And then let's take opposite elbow with the opposite hand and frame that head. So again, trying to stretch through that spine, stretch through those arms. That upper body is heavy while the lower body and the feet are rooted into the floor. And releasing our arms. You can grab those blocks, or you don't have to use blocks here. We're going to inhale into monkey. We're going to flatten the back and look forward. So hands are either on the blocks or on the shins, looking that forward. And then exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. We're going to cactus our arms. So exhale, cactus arms. Good. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale it into monkey, flattening that back and looking forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Cactus those arms. Take that back. Good. Inhale and lift. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, monkey flattening the back, looking forward. Exhale, release. Right foot is gonna stay forward. Left foot is gonna go back into lunge. So that left hand is either on your block or on the floor, and your block can be out high or out low if you are using a block. And let's do spinal twist over to the right. Breathe into this. And bring us back to center. Drop our back knee, uncurl our toe, press ourselves up, and take this into crescent. Reach up through this, and breathe. And then release, bring this back into our lunge. So lift that up, take our right foot back to meet our left foot to top of plank. Let's go ahead, shift our weight forward. Drop to the fronts of the knees, let's uncurl toes. And take our heart down to the floor, heart off of the floor, baby cobra, eyes are to the sky. Curl our toes under, pressing up, downward facing dog, and again, enjoy this down dog, enjoy this inversion, maybe nodding your head, yes, you enjoy it. Shaking your head, no, this is really nice, it is, shake it, good. Lift up on our toes, heels are high, let's drop both of our heels over to the right. Stretch those ankles and the calves. Back to center, take it to the other side. So drop heels over to the left. Bring this back to center. Walk our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward fold. Front edge of the mat. Finding that block, the blocks, or you don't have to use those blocks. Just for more support, let's inhale, flattening our back and looking forward. Exhale and release. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Cactus our arms on our exhale. Inhale and lift. And exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, flattening that back and looking forward. Exhale, release. Left foot's gonna stay forward, right foot's gonna go back into lunge. Right hand on floor or block. And let's twist it over to the left. Nice spinal twist here. Breathing into this. Good, bringing this back to center. Drop our back knee, uncurl our toe, crescent on the floor. Reach up through this. Nice little back bend here. Good, and release. Back into that lunge. And then take our left foot back to meet our right foot to top of plank. Let's shift that weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl toes. Slowly lower heart to the floor. Heart lifts up off of the floor, baby cobra. Wonderful stretch for that low back. Curl our toes, press ourselves up, downward facing dog. And again, enjoy this down dog. Maybe again, nodding that head, yes. Shaking that head, no. Centering our weight, let's go ahead and lift our right leg up. So we've got our nice 3-leg down dog, and rotate that right ankle that's in the air. And rotate it the other way. Gently bringing that leg back down into our nice downward facing dog, centering our weight here. Now we're going to take it to the other side. So again, center and lift that left leg up. So we've got 3-leg down dog on this other side. Rotate the ankle and rotate it the other way. Good, bring this back to center. Finding that down dog, pressing through our heels. Let's walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold, front edge of our mat. Grabbing those blocks if you want. Let's inhale, flattening that back, looking forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Cactus our arms on our exhale. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, monkey flattening the back and looking forward. Exhale, release. Right foot forward, left foot back into lunge. Drop our back heel. So drop that left heel and let's line up our right heel with our back left arch so that we can get ourselves into a nice warrior one. So lifting ourselves up, taking our hips, squaring them forward towards that front bent knee. Reach up through this. Very nice. From here, let's open proud warrior. Center our weight, remembering 50% in the front, 50 in the back. So really think about pressing into that back blade of the foot. Relax your face, but everything else is working here. Drop our back arm palm up. Reach through that reverse warrior. And then cartwheel our arms down towards the floor. Take our right foot back to meet our left foot to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl toes. Slowly lower heart to the floor and then heart off of the floor. Curl our toes, press it up into downward facing dog, and breathe. Good, walk both of our feet to meet our hands. Standing forward, fold front edge of the mat. Inhale it into monkey, flattening that back and looking forward. Exhale, release. Inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale, cactus. Inhale and lift. Exhale, dive it down and over. Inhale, monkey, flattening the back and looking forward. Exhale, release. Left foot forward, right foot back into that lunge. Drop our back heel, so drop our right heel. Line up our left heel with our back right arch and strongly bring ourselves up, twisting our hips towards that front bent knee, up into a strong warrior one. Good. And breathe. And open this up, proud warrior. Dropping our back arm palm up, reach up through this. And then go ahead and cartwheel our arms down. Let's take our left foot back to meet our right foot to top of plank. Shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees, uncurl toes. Slowly lower heart to the floor, heart off of the floor. Curl our toes, pressing ourselves up, downward facing dog, and breathe this here. And walk both of our feet to meet our hands, standing forward, fold front edge of the mat. Let's inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale around into chair. So we'll hold here in our chair. So pressing through our feet, through our heels, arms are straight out. And from this chair, if you'd like, go ahead and lift those arms up. And we're gonna hold this here. Again, pressing through our toes, through our heels, holding this nice strong chair. Breathing it deep. And then lift this up, inhale. And exhale, dive it down and over. Hold this standing forward fold. Maybe nod your head or shake it. Let the backs of your legs stretch in this forward fold. We're gonna do that chair one or two more times. Let's go ahead and inhale and sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale around into chair. Lifting our arms up if that's available to you. Reaching up through those fingers, very nice. Pressing through toes, through heels. Strong and solid in this seated form. Breathing it. Inhale and lift this up. Exhale, dive it down and over. Relax in the standing forward fold. Ragdoll it here. Relax that head, neck, arms. Flattening through those feet. And one more time, let's inhale, sweep our arms up towards the sky. Exhale around into chair, holding here in chair. Arms can stay here or lifting up. Strong chair, breathing it here. And inhale, lift. And exhale, dive it down and over. Good, relaxing that standing forward fold. Taking both of our feet back to top of plank. Shoulders are away from our ears in this top of plank. Good, shift our weight forward, drop to fronts of the knees. Uncurl toes, heart to the floor, and then heart up off of the floor. Good, Sphinx pose. So let's go ahead and go right to those elbows so that we get even more of a low back stretch. Eyes are looking towards the ceiling, maybe snaking that low back a little bit into this modified cobra or Sphinx pose. Good, curl our toes, press our hands right by our chest, bring ourselves back into child's pose. Actually, you can uncurl those toes. Child's pose and get a wonderful opposing stretch for that low back. And bring ourselves back up, take ourselves forward, drop chest to the floor, and then go ahead and take our arms out and our legs out. So we'll strengthen through that low back, upper back. Let's lift our left arm and our right leg. So lengthen up through that, reach up through that, and breathe it here. Release. Let's take it to the other side. So right arm, left leg lift. And release. We're going to take our hands right underneath us and take our forehead to our hands. And we're going to work that low back. So we're going to lift from our hips and our glutes as we lift our legs towards the sky. So lifting this up, strengthening through that low back. This is kind of a half lotus here, lifting this. And then release. We'll do that one more time for that low back. Lift those legs up, breathing it here. And then release. Good. Hands by chest, press back, child's pose. Stretch through that low back. And bring ourselves up, take ourselves back down again. Now we're going to do upper body. So we're going to glue our hips and our feet to the floor as we lift that upper body. So we're going to lift those arms, a nice Superman. And you can have your elbows bent or you can have your arms out long. The elbows bent kind of gives you more stability. And then release this. You can relax that for a moment. We're going to do that one more time. And then lift this up, strengthening that upper back, mid-back, arms. And then release, hands by chest, press back, child's pose, and stretch that. Good, bring ourselves up all fours, curl our toes under. Lift ourselves up, down dog. Enjoy this down dog. Again, nod your head yes or shake that head no. Walk our feet to meet our hands, standing forward fold at the front edge of our mat. From here, let's roll it up one vertebrae at a time, bringing our head up last, shoulders down and away. We're going to practice tree pose, so we'll go into balance. So we can start with our right foot planted, and starting with our right foot planted, left toe popped. So you can start here, shoulders down and away, hands to heart if you want, or you can begin to move that up. So wherever you're at in your practice on your tree pose, but we're pushing our pelvis forward and squeezing our glutes, opening that chest, and thinking about the knee going back towards the back of the room instead of front. And again, remembering that we're not going to put that foot on the knee or on any of the joints. So finding wherever this works for you. Again, the toe can be on the floor, can be lifted. If you want to go a little further in this, you can reach up through those arms, or you can keep them by your heart and breathe. Maybe looking at something in front of you that might help with that balance. And then gently release this down, pressing through both of our feet. Sweep our arms up towards the sky. Let's dive it down and over, forward fold. And relax this here. Rolling it up one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders down and back. Let's take it to the other side. So either popping at that toe, bringing this out, hands could be to heart or up, finding whichever works for you, but remembering to do the same thing on the other side. So if you were here on this side, then you want to be here on this side, waiting until this gets stronger to meet the other one. So we want both of those sides nice and balanced, pressing our pelvis forward, shoulders down and away, and breathing. And then gently release that. Good. Sweep our arms up and dive it down and over. Relax that head and neck. Good. Roll this up one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders down and back. Let's take our feet nice and wide. So toes are in. Sweep our arms up. Let's do a standing forward fold with wide legs. So we'll take this down and over. Relax that head. As always, if those hamstrings are super tight, feel free to bend at those knees to relax that. Opening up those inner thighs, hips, hamstrings. And bring ourselves up. Roll our shoulders down and back. Let's go ahead and our right foot's going to go to one side of the room, left foot press to the other. So we're kind of in a getting ready for a triangle pose. Let's take our hands to low back and turn ourselves into a pyramid. So press through back foot, press through front foot. Actually, our back foot's going to go a little bit more towards our front. And then hinge this over, flattening through this. And we're going to work into our balance warrior 3. So we'll do a few balances today. From here, bringing ourselves up either to the toe, lifting and lowering, or hinging it forward, finding yourself in your warrior 3 balance. And arms can be wherever they feel comfortable. So if they can be to the side, to the front, I like to have mine on my back so I can open my shoulders and chest. And then from here, let's gently bring this back down into that pyramid. So both of our legs stay straight and hinging forward, folding that forward. And then rolling this up one vertebrae at a time. Bring our feet back to center, release our arms, sweep our arms up, dive it down and over. Good, find this nice standing forward fold with our wide legs. And then bring this up, roll our shoulders back. Let's take our left foot, right foot is lined up, and we'll go into pyramid on this other side. So turning our torso, straighten through both of those legs nice and strong, and then flattening through that back. Hinging that forward. Very nice, nice and strong and stretching. Pressing through that front leg, let's move into our balance warrior 3. So again, whatever that looks like for you, if that's lifting and lowering the toe, or holding it, or hinging it forward, and your arms can be out, or on your back, wherever feels best. And bring this back down, finding ourselves back into our pyramid. So again, hands can be at that low back, and both of our legs nice and straight, hinging the hips, spilling that torso over towards that left leg. And then roll this up, shoulders down and back, both of our feet to the front. Our nice standing forward fold with wide legs, dive this down and over. Breathe that here. Maybe bending at those knees, shifting that a little bit from side to side, getting a little bit more of a hip stretch, inner thigh stretch. Good, bring this back to center. Roll this up one vertebrae at a time. Roll our shoulders down and back. Good. Let's take it short edge of the mat. Reach up through our arms, inhale. Exhale, dive it down and over. Both feet back to top of plank. Let's take from top of plank, go right into one more downward facing dog. So find this down dog one more time. Again, maybe nod that head yes, and shake that head no. Back to plank, drop to knees, uncurl toes, child's pose. This time in child's pose, arms by our side, palms facing up. Elbows dropping open off to the side, relax that. And pressing hands by knees, let's lift ourselves up. Take our legs out from underneath us. You can grab your strap. Maybe grab your block. Yeah, grab your block. We'll do a little bit of bridge and we'll do strap. And grab whatever else you need for your final relaxation if it's close to you. So taking ourselves, lock in between those knees, taking ourselves down onto the floor, line our feet up with our knees. Our knees are lined up with our hips. Let's press through hands, elbows, triceps. Lift that pelvis towards the ceiling and take our chin to chest. From here, rolling down one vertebrae at a time. Still legs are strong. That low back barely hits the floor, and then we lift this back up. And again, one vertebrae at a time, rolling down. Low back barely hits that floor, and then lift this up. And one more time, rolling this down, low back gently barely hits. Breathing it deep here. And then gently roll this all the way down. Good. Release that block. Let's go ahead and grab our strap. Take our strap around that right leg. Pull that knee in towards you. Opening up the hip a little bit. And then press through a right heel towards the ceiling. Use that strap to help pull that leg towards you. Keep our strap in our left hand, and let's go ahead and drop this leg all the way across the body into our deep twist. So if your leg doesn't go all the way over, that's okay. You can bend at that knee or bend both of those knees, whatever feels most comfortable. Arms that are in a T and maybe looking over the opposite way if your neck and your upper back are going to let you go there. Breathing deeply in this twist, so recognizing where you're feeling this at. But only out of curiosity, not trying to fix it or panic about it. Just recognizing. And then bring our leg back to center. Pull that towards you. Bending at our other leg, release the strap. Let's take our right ankle, place it onto our left thigh. Reach behind left thigh, go ahead and pull that in towards you. Nice stretch here. And release this down, release that leg. Let's take our strap around our left leg and pull this in towards you, bending at that knee, stretching through that hip. Press through that heel to the ceiling, pull the leg towards you. And then let's take our strap into our right hand and drop this across the body into that deep twist on the other side. Arms are in that nice big T and looking away from the legs. Again, if your neck and upper body will let you do that. And recognizing where you might be feeling it on this side. If it feels completely different on this side or not, again, just curiosity, recognizing, not trying to fix it or be judgmental or panic about it. Bring this leg back to center, pull it towards you, bending at the other leg, release that strap. Let's go ahead and take that left ankle, place it onto right thigh, reach behind right thigh, go ahead and pull that in towards you. Stretch through that hip. And then release that. Good. Bring both of our knees together. Drop them both over to one side. Arms into that T. Bring that center. Take that over to the other side. Arms into that T. Bring that center, and we'll do happy baby's pose. One last thing. Either using your strap or your hands, grabbing the outside or inside of the feet. Whatever feels most comfortable for you. And let's get that really, 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 really good stretch in those hips, thighs, flattening through that back. Maybe rocking it from side to side, stretching through those arms too. So many good stretches here, and breathe. Good. Gently release the right leg, release the left leg. Let's lengthen through our legs. So we'll move into our final relaxation. Lengthen through the legs, press through heels towards one end of the room. Reach through fingers towards the other. So lengthen through that body. Add an inch to your height. Maybe rotate the wrists, maybe rotate the ankles. Really reach through this. Lower back is lifted off of the floor. Filling up those lungs with air so that your body is floating and lifted. And then when you are ready to begin to relax, exhale and begin to allow that air to be released and your body to begin to sink towards the floor, towards your mat, and then into your mat. Your feet can naturally fall open, or if it feels best for you to have your knees bent and low back into the floor, or if you like to have your legs down, whatever feels best for you in your final relaxation. So finding your space, finding your stillness, finding your quietness, finding your breath, allowing your breath to become gentle, allowing it to move over and through you. And as you are relaxed here, imagining that you are floating over yourself, and you can look down onto yourself, and doing a mental scan from your toes all the way to the top of your head, and taking stock of maybe if you feel any tightness or any soreness, any pain, any discomfort, or maybe you feel really good. If you've got any anxiety or panic, recognizing those things, or maybe again you feel really good, recognizing that as well. And just taking stock of it, not trying to change. Just allowing yourself to be you in this present moment. Scanning, scanning, scanning. Releasing your feet. Relaxing your shins. Relax your knees and your quadriceps, your hamstrings. Relax your pelvis and your belly. Relax that jaw, that chest, arms, and face. So that whole upper body is kind of just melting. Relax the eyes and forehead. And sink deeply into the floor.